Hello everyone, and today I'll be talking about what what uh will be the future strategy of the Libertarian Party. So as you know, Joe Jorgensen is the 2020 Libertarian Party presidential nominee, and right now she's polling around I'd say the average of about maybe 3%. The highest she's polling it at is a poll called Zolsby Analytics, and she's at 5% there. So I'd say the average would be about maybe 3%. So unfortunately, however, the polls that the Commission on Presidential Debates have decided to use, they don't even include Joe Jorgensen in the poll. So unless they change the rules somehow, and maybe they lower it to something like 3% polling for you to have to be included, I don't think Joe Jorgensen is going to be in the debates, because they didn't even try to get a poll that included Joe Jorgensen. So, knowing this, well, there is a debate by free and equal elections that's going to be held on October 8th, and perhaps Joe Jorgensen can go there. And I know they might invite they will invite the two major party candidates as well, but they probably won't come because the debates have so much power that if you go to a debate outside the main debates, they will lock you out of the main debates. But I'm thinking that perhaps they can change the rule on that, or perhaps if enough people wanted them to appear in that the two major party candidates in that other debate, perhaps the Commission on Presidential Debates, the one that hosts the main debates, perhaps they would, if they were to say you can't come to the main debate, I think maybe they'd be too scared to enforce that rule because of all the people that might be angry at them for excluding the major party candidate. So, with that out of the way, let's get back to the main topic of this video. So, after the 2020 election is over, I think the Libertarian Party might get at least 5% of the vote this year. People really don't like the two major party candidates, and even though a lot of people are saying that you're wasting your vote if you vote third party and it's too important to vote third party this election, I think that people will vote third party anyway because they know that they tired of the two main parties. So I think Joe Jorgensen is gonna get a good amount of votes this year, and hopefully she can outperform Gary Johnson vote total from 2016. And like I said, about the 5% thing, the reason why the 5% is so important is because you get I gotta look at something. I gotta see something real fast. Make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah, I think wait, you will get the a party that will get 5% of the vote will receive minor party status, and that would really even even though it may not sound that amazing, that would actually really bring the Libertarian Party into the mainstream. Or maybe not mainstream, but it'd get a lot more attention. So before I talk about the what I think, before I talk about what I think the Libertarian Party should do in the 2024 election, I want to talk about things the Libertarian Party should do and Libertarians should do in between the 2020 and 2024 presidential election. These there should be more Libertarians running for lower offices other than the presidency. For example, the Senate, the House of Representatives, and also county and city uh, offices. For example, I in my state of Florida, I don't see libertarian. I don't see a lot of libertarians running for county office, if any. Now, I don't know if in some other counties, if there is libertarians running for county office. Well, a better way to put it is the counties I've seen and looked at, and when they elect the county mayor or the county chair, I basically see no libertarians running in that election, and it is very important. It would be very significant if libertarians were to win in county elections in Florida, because they have a good chance of winning, unlike state and federal elections. And if they were to win, that would really bring it'd bring more people into the party, and it would bring change to local communities. Now, for, I know Orange County, it's going to, and if you don't know what Orange County is, I'm not talking about the one in California, but the one in Florida, and it's going to have another county mayor election in 2022, the same year as the Florida governor elections, and that would be a good chance for Libertarian to win in that mayor race, or even in the governor race. And because Florida Florida is kind of, it's kind of a toss-up state. So in a toss-up state like Florida, a third party might have a good chance of winning, because it's not solid Republican or solid Democrat. So that's another thing to think of. And in my county of Volusia County, I'm thinking of running in its county chair election of 2024. I'm not 100% decided on it yet, but if I were to win, and if I were to win, I could bring a lot of people in the Libertarian Party, and I could change the local community into being more libertarian, and maybe start a change that goes up the state change, or even a nationwide change. So, with that, now on to the 2024 presidential election. Now, even though it's a ways away, the Libertarians are gonna have to start thinking about it in like 1 or 2 years, because the major parties, they already have their candidates like a year after the presidential election. Well, yeah. So it'd be great for the Libertarian Party to try to get candidates that, well, it'd be great for Libertarian Party to try to, how do I say this? Try to put out a candidate that the media, try to put out a single candidate that the media tries to, like, focus on in Libertarian presidential primaries. Like, have 1 or 2 candidates that really get media attention so people can pay more attention to the Libertarian presidential primaries. Because this year, it's like people really don't, some people don't pay attention to third parties that much. So if they were to see a single candidate, or 1 or 2 candidates in that third party that's running on the primaries and has a good chance of winning the primaries, they could know about them for the general election, and perhaps they might vote for them because they've already seen them in action before, and it's not like it wouldn't be like in previous presidential elections where they only see who the party person is like right before the election, or even when they doing their vote. I know that's not the case for everyone, but if what I'm saying is, people would know the third party candidate as good as the other candidate, and I'm probably not making sense, but alright, people would know about the third party presidential candidate before the election, so they have more confidence in voting for them and telling other people about them. I think that's a good way to put it. So, in my previous video, I talked about why Jacob Hornby should win in the 2024 presidential election. But I didn't talk about, I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about who his running mate should be. And if I did, let me expand upon that. So I think a good running mate for Jacob Hornberger would be John Mons. The reason being is because Jacob Hornberger has an exciting voice that really inspires you to vote for him, and it really makes you, it gets you to, I guess, gets people fired up, and it makes you want to vote Libertarian. And John Mons, he he's also inspiring, but he does it in a calm voice. So I think a combination of of John Mons' calmness and Jacob Hornberger's excitingness would be the ideal ticket for the Libertarian Party in 2024. And I think that they, if they wait to be in the 2024 debates, they would really, I think they demolish the two major party candidates if they were in those, if they were allowed in those debates. But the reason why they probably don't, the Republicans and Democrats don't want them, and is because they'll know they'll probably get demolished. So I guess that's the end of this video about what the Libertarian Party should do in the future, and I guess I'll see you all later.